Great. Now, at long last, we can finally go to Lauder than words.
Hello,
Hello.
and welcome back to Lauder Than Words.
Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
We'll see. We have questions for our good friend Cameron here on Alpha Flight. We want to make sure that we understand as much about Cameron as Cameron has come over this past week to understand about us here at Alpha Flight. Let the questioning and subsummation continue with questions from these cards that definitely have questions written on them. Definitely. Cameron, our first question is...
What's it like being one of the newer members of the MCU?
You know, it's been financially rewarding, and the physical training regimen they put you through is very well tuned, because they just want everyone in those movies to be shredded and sexy, but absolutely completely homogenized and desexualized in any way that is would be indemnifying for the Disney Corporation.
I see.
So it's weirdly like being completely shredded oatmeal.
So they tried to turn this Cam doll into a Ken doll.
Yeah.
That seems hard.
I mean, almost as hard as these abs.
Thank you very much for answering that question. A follow-up. What's the next question?
Oh, tantalizing.
Incorrect. Erica.
What has held your fascination in chemistry?
Strangely enough, it is one course that I took in fourth year that I think may have completely saved my entire degree. Because in third year, I got extremely burned out and was not enjoying my lectures and was having a lot of difficulty paying attention and putting in work. And as it turns out, it was almost exclusively because I was not enjoying the format of lecture, assignment, exam, done, goodbye. And in fourth year, I took a course called Statistical Thermodynamics. It was a 490-something course, which meant it was basically a prof's special topic. And it was taught by a lovely man named Dr. David Harrington. And statistical mechanics is all about using using microscopic or quantum properties of a system to predict the bulk properties of that system, which normally is not something that it's very tricky to explain. But imagine that you were able to take the thematic content of the play Arcadia by Tom Stoppard and make me write an exam on it. And I found it just lovely and stabilizing and meditative, where I would be able to, the assignments in it allowed me to do a lot of interesting derivations and integrations and a lot of fun math, while also being mindful of things like entropy and information. It was a great thing. And when I would tell people about it, they would be like, stop talking immediately, you're giving me anxiety. I took one thermodynamics course in second year, and I'm done forever. I never have to calculate a Gibbs Free Energy ever again. I'd never have to talk about I never have to take another logarithm. Stop talking. Please stop talking. I'm like, but it's beautiful. I can tell you all about all the different canonical ensembles that you use to figure out the. They're so good. It's just so good, and it was my introduction to computational chemistry, where you again try to simulate the bulk properties of a system from its microscopic properties.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, and I was in it with one other undergraduate student. And then
Awkward.
6 grad students.
And how many tiers?
Several? Several. Many, actually. I didn't do great in it, but I did do it, and I liked it.
Good.
I was still kind of burnt out, to be honest.
Isn't anything worth doing things that we kind of like? Follow up. How much does a Gibbs Free Energy cost?
More.
Ah,
Actually, no, Gibbs Free Energy, we could get into it, but I should probably consult Wikipedia because, you know, the delta G, delta H, delta S, it all kind of melts together after a while, and I'd want to be precise about how I define it. But
Understood.
Gibbs Free Energy is basically the amount of energy in a system available to do work,
fascinating.
if I'm remembering my definitions correctly.
It's very interesting that that's the answer to a question I didn't ask. You're understanding how this works now. Kathleen,
Oh, yes, hello. Meow. Oh, a question for Cameron.
no. That's a good question. Meow? Indeed. Do you have another?
No.
Succinct.
Fantastic.
It feels good to be known well enough to be able to share silence with someone. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You came to the wrong shift for silence. We are so sorry, but you are very welcome. And this has been Lauder Than Words. Ha ha! Ha ha!
All right.
That's a fun segment.
That was fun.
Welcome to
I
Alpha
learned a
Flight.
lot.
Thank you.
You're
I feel
welcome.
fully integrated now
That's good.
It almost
across all space.
Well flaught.
Well flaught.
Well flaught.
Buckle up. Alpha Flight is in the air.
I feel like we've had a lot of good opinions from Cameron on Lauder Than Words. We've found a lot of things.
Yes.
But, well, I feel like we have definitely gotten information from someone who is smart and well thought and erudite and charming and handsome. And how many more good qualities of Cameron can I list? Infinite. But, you know, our time here on Desert Bus is limited, so I'll stop now. But I'll throw in modest and charismatic and naturally talented